Welcome to A Better Chance for Youth television show with your host, Monique Robinson, where we highlight, celebrate, and recognize students from all over the country who are doing great things in the classroom, community, and athletics. Every student deserves an opportunity for hope and a future. So let's celebrate our students, the next generation of teachers, engineers, entrepreneurs, and future leaders. Join us on another incredible segment of A Better Chance for Youth show with your host, Monique Robinson.
Hey, I know, guys, we have a very live show. We haven't went live in quite a bit. So if we have a couple of things, but this news is so huge that I had to invite everybody. So I can't be home in Detroit or Dayton, but I'm going to let my guest today, and this is a very, very exclusive interview. They're live. They're happy. They're telling me this amazing news, but I'm going to bring them on. And you might be shocked. When they tell you what school you went to, you're going to be like, that's that 42 magic. But hey, let's welcome Miss Latoya. See, I told y'all we live, so don't tell them what happened. And let's welcome Miss Angie. Now, y'all know Angie, we always work together. It's not send-off time, so don't be shocked. But, yeah, you know. So we got Angie and Latoya. They had this exciting announcement that, you know, if you can be in the building, please, for me, take pictures, share, like, comment, because I can't be there, but I want to be. So, hey, guys, how are you?
Hey. Hey, Monique, thank you so much for having us. Thank you.
Anytime. So, I know that, you know, this is, you know, at the end of the day, we still family. Look, I didn't even be petty and wear my green and gold, but guys, I graduated from Central. And, you know, y'all know my heart is at Wilberforce, but that 42 love, we will do anything for each other when we can.
Absolutely. You know, I tell people all the time, you guys are green and gold, we maroon and gold. It's the gold that binds us. So it's all love.
Yes. And I got so excited. Now, look, tomorrow, watch them on HBCU House Party or next week, whenever the show airs, because when I tell you the interview there is truly different. Look.
Hey, Anthony.
Hello, Anthony.
And we have an announcement, so y'all better hold on because we have a big announcement to make. Yes.
So I met Latoya the other day, and I was just so impressed. I was like, no, look, we not taping this. We gotta go live. We gotta go old school live, just in case people have questions. So this big news, you know, I don't want to spill the tea because, you know, this is your news. But before we get there, can you just tell my guests your HBCU journey? Like, both of y'all tell your HBCU journey, and then we can share the news.
Yes, absolutely. So I'm from Detroit, Michigan. I didn't learn about HBCUs until I was in high school. And when I found out about HBCUs, I'm like, how is this possible? So I remember typing in closest HBCU from Detroit, and voila, I discovered Central State University. And just that moment at Central State, that time that I spent there was so special to me. And I don't think I even realized it as much when I was in school, but even coming out as an alumni, I want to share the gift of educating the youth about HBCUs, just in general, and the special culture, the rich history of HBCUs. So yes, I'm representing Central State University class of 09, and we have a very, 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 very big surprise of what the big news is going to be, and I think that you all will enjoy it.
Yes.
Awesome. Now, Angie is no stranger to A Better Chance for You, but, you know, we always love to hear her HBCU story. Like, Angie's a powerhouse. Like, guys, she's a Hall of Famer. I'm not on that level yet with Wilberforce, but, you know, who knows, one day. So let's hear her story.
I'm going to keep it brief. But hey, everybody, my name is Angela Davis, proud member of the class of 1995 from Central State University. I'm originally from Lima, Ohio. I always tell this story, you know, when I went to high school from 3rd grade all the way up to 12th grade, I never had a Black adult in the building. I never had a Black teacher. And so I know that I needed an HBCU. When I visited Central State, it was honestly just to get a free day out of school because I thought I was going to an HBCU down south. I just thought they were all down south. But when I visited Central State University, shout out to Susie Williamson from the Community Center. She loaded a bus of us up and took us down to Central State. As soon as I stepped off that van in front of the Norman E. Ward Student Center, I said, this is where I belong. And it has been amazing ever since. So excited and so proud to be an alumna of Central State University.
Awesome. Awesome. I love it. There's no other way. That's what I do. I help kids get to HBCUs, and I also create exposure for adults. That's probably why I'm so intrigued about this announcement. Like, we had to stop everything and make this happen today. Like, look, I don't care what I got planned. We had to make this announcement. So now I do know you're an author like myself. And what made you want to go into doing that, like writing?
So I was a teacher for 13 years, early childhood education. And I just had, over the years of teaching, I developed this passion for literacy. And I would read tons of children's books. And I just noticed that there wasn't a lot of children's books with characters who represented the students who I was teaching. So just starting to students in my classroom. So I decided, I said, you know what, instead of complaining about it, what can I do about it? So I researched how to self-publish a book. I found the illustrator, and I literally taught myself how to self-publish this book. But the inspiration definitely came from my students that I was teaching in my classrooms.
Awesome. See, we share so much alike. Like, I'm an educator, so I understand, and I actually teach ELA. I mean, it's different, but hey. So yes, I'm excited. One day I'll just quit and totally obligate my time to my nonprofit and things, but I miss the kids, so then it's like, let me go back and do it. So now we have a book. Now, how are you and Angie connected?
Oh, here's the book. Yes.
There you go. I need that in my library yesterday.
I got you. So one thing that is so special about HBCUs in general, but particularly Central State University, is it doesn't matter if you graduated in 95, 2009, you just instantly just have that connection. And Angie in the Dayton Alumni chapter was so generous of highlighting Central State authors. So that's how we originally first met. And then I was telling Angela about this project that we have coming up, the surprise project that we have coming up. And she just jumped right on board to help me. So literally it was just a message like, hey, we want to support the Central State authors. And it sprouted from there.
Wow.
And it wasn't just because we wanted to support Central State University authors, but I saw Toya grinding. She was promoting her book. Her book was awesome. I'm like, what can we do? I mean, this girl was working her butt off to get this book out there. And I'm like, what can we do to support? Because she is on a mission, and I owe it to my alma mater to help my CSU sister, fulfill that mission. And so, I was like, I looked around and I reached out to her, I slid up in her DMs, and I was like, hey, how can we help you promote this book? And who are some of the other authors? So we put together this Marauder book bundle that's available on Amazon of all the Central State University authors who have authored children's books. So that's been about a year now. We donated the bundle to a school last year. We'll be donating another bundle to another school. But so that's really how it started. So when she said she wanted to take it to the next level, I said, I want to help.
Okay. Teamwork makes the dream work, and nothing is better than HBCU collaboration. I tell anybody, hands down.
Absolutely.
It don't matter what school you came from. We brothers and sisters when it's time to take care of business. So yes,
absolutely.
I absolutely love it. Now we do have a couple people watching on various networks, but I'm gonna step back for a little bit and just let y'all just run it, promote your stuff, and I'm gonna catch up on different networks. And as comments come in, if you have a question after they give their big announcement, I know it, but I don't want to tell it because it's not for me. It ain't for me to tell, but it's exciting. I will tell you that. Now, I will be posting some links in the chat. I will be posting some other stuff. So that way you know how to contact them. And also, please, in a couple of weeks, watch this other amazing interview where it has the previews, it has the books, it has in-depth conversations. and that is actually with HBCU House Party with Mr. Anthony Brown, who is also doing some amazing things. Like, we in this together. You went to HBCU, we family. Okay, so we do have a couple of things on here. Somebody said good. That's Alex. Thank you for commenting, Alex. Like, share, comment. Let's help our people out. Mm-hmm. And then you also have somebody else that just sent. Alex sent another like. Awesome sauce. So I'm gonna step back and I'm just gonna work the backstage and I'm gonna let y'all take. Look, ABC Youth Television has officially been taken over by Central State. Don't judge me, before it's friends. Don't judge me. I you know.
Your show is in good hands, though. Your show is in excellent hands. We all know this, right? We know this. It's in good hands.
Yeah, that's you. All right, now look, I'm trusting y'all with my baby. Nah, all right. So
we got you.
All right.
Got you. We got
all righty.
We got you.
Okay, so I'll start it off and share. So the teacher in me wants to do the poem that's in the back of the book. Okay, so I'm going to say a poem and you can repeat after me. All right. Brown hands, black schools.
Brown hands, black schools.
HBCUs are cool.
HBCUs are cool.
Black and brown boys and girls.
Black and brown boys and girls.
Can go to college and feel joy.
Can go to college and feel joy.
All are welcome, can't you see?
All are welcome, can't you see?
That's right, even me.
That's right, even me.
Study, learn, and have fun.
Study, learn, and have fun.
Don't give up, get it done.
Don't give up, get it done.
At HBCUs, we rep our school.
At HBCUs, we rep our school.
For me, it's CSU.
For me, it's CSU.
All righty. So yes, I am Latoya Turner. I am a graduate of Central State University. And this is my children's book, Brown Hands, Black Schools, HBCUs. This is the famous children's book that I've been promoting, which Angela discussed. So the big news is that this book and my 3-year-old son, August, is also excited about this.
Right.
The exciting news as well. But our book, Brown Hands Black School, is now a film. It's a 17-minute film. It's animation with live action scenes, educating not only the youth, okay, it's educating everyone on HBCUs and talks about the importance of literacy. So we have a film coming out. So I'm the executive director, producer, and the writer, and my girl Angela over here. Would you like to share some news?
Yes, I am the co-producer, co-writer for Brown Hands Black Schools, HBCUs. We are super excited because we have a premiere coming up. So right now you can't even see it, but if you are in the city of Detroit, Michigan, we have our premiere this Saturday, November 11th from 2 to 4, and you can come on out. You can be one of the first people in the nation to view Brown Hands Black Schools, HBCUs. It's the film like no other. It is animation mixed with live action. I always say kind of like Reading Rainbow meets HBCU culture. So, because you're going to learn a lot, you're going to have fun, you're going to smile, you're going to feel good inside. And you're going to really enjoy Brown Hands Black Schools, HBCU.
Thank you, Angela. So you may be thinking, like, how did this come about? Why the need for this? So one thing for Brown Hands Black Schools, I wanted more than just a book. I didn't just want to have a book and say, hey, I'm an author of a book. I want you to purchase this book. I want you to buy this book. I wanted to create an experience. So what I started doing, and when I was teaching in the classroom, we turned this book into a real live homecoming. So having the students to dress up as an HBCU shirts and having them pretend that they were in a marching band. So just creating the experience. If you went to an HBCU, you know the vibe. So it's a feeling that you get. And I wanted to create this feeling and experience with my students, and then taking it even farther than that, not only my students, but just the youth around, at this point, around the world. So when the idea was presented to me, said, hey, you could turn this book into an animation. Honestly, I just jumped right on it. I didn't know how I was going to do it. I didn't know how I was going to get done. I didn't know how I was going to get paid for it, but that was really out of my hands. I just stepped back and said, you know what, if this is meant to be, it will be. And we talked about how HBCUs are so special. You can meet friends that turn into family. And Angela was just so willing to just jump right in and help me. Because the one thing I will say, literacy teaching, that's my lane when it comes to like film and stuff. Hey, Angela, she seriously, I tell her all the time, like, I needed you for this project. And I'm super, super thankful.
Yeah. And it's been a joy. I have had so much fun working with you on this project. Like you said, I have had some experience. I've written 4 mini documentaries in the past for my church. My daughter Riley is a part of the project, Brown Hands Black Schools. So it just was natural for me to jump in and do what I can to support the film because I believe in the project. I believe in the movement that is Brown Hands Black Schools, HBCUs. Like you said, you learned in high school about HBCUs. I believe I was in high school. I think the Fifth Jubilee Singers came to a church in Lima, Ohio, and that's when I learned about HBCUs. But our students now, they're not going to have to wait until they're in high school to learn about HBCUs. We want to talk to young people as young as kindergarten or first grade and get them excited about college, get them excited about attending an HBCU because we know how much our experience meant to us. And so we want them to have those same experiences. And it's just really going to be a motivator for students, even like I said, as young as elementary and not wait like us to high school to even learn that HBCUs exist.
Exactly. So even like I'm thinking about like what would this do for HBCUs? So when I ask myself that question, I'm thinking of a lot of different things. So one, when we think about the youth, so let's just think about elementary students. So we have students who's possibly 8 years old. And 10 years from now, they're going to be the ones to keep HBCU doors open. So it's creating, it's already starting to, one, we're planting the seed. We're planting the seed. So in 10 years from now, in order to keep HBCUs doors open, it's going to be the youth. It's going to be the youth who enrolls into these HBCUs. So planting the seed at an early age and getting them excited. I can't even, honestly, I really can't think of any other project like this one to get them excited about HBCUs and also get them excited about literacy. Oftentimes, adults, educators, community leaders talk about literacy and students are not involved in those conversations. We're talking about the students, but they're not involved in the conversation. But this would give them that motivation for them to get excited about literacy and say, hey, telling their friends, at third grade, we have to be reading on grade level. It just starts that conversation and starts to get them excited about the HBCUs and wanting to pick up a book and read. Because as we know, what do our kids like to do? Be on those iPads and phones and stuff all day. Get outside, go play. Learn about HBCUs. Pick up a book.
Right. So you keep talking about HBCUs, and everybody watching knows by now that we're both alumni of Central State University. So this book in this film touches more than just on Central State. Is that what you're trying to tell us? It's all about HBCUs?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. So as Angela just said, you heard that we graduated from Central State University, and it's not only about Central State at all. Okay. When you watch this film, HBCU alumni from all of the over 100 HBCUs are going to be tuned in because it talks about the history of HBCUs. It talks about the richness of HBCUs. It get kids excited about HBCUs. There's some kids in this film that you may see that HBCU alumni would see and get excited about HBCUs. So don't think that it's just about Central State University or Wilberforce University, or it's about all HBCUs, because as we know, it's a HBCU love. So Angela, when you out in public and you tell somebody like, I went to Central State University and they probably went to Tennessee State University, what does that bond feel like to you?
It's automatic love. It's like we have to stick. I don't know what it is, but it's like we have to stick together because, of course, when you're at Central, you're looking at people from Kentucky State like, Kentucky State, we Central. But by the time you graduate, it's just all HBCU you love. And no matter what HBCU you attended, we love each other and we share a connection. So it's really special. And it's more special. And I have so many friends now who, weren't fortunate enough or did not attend HBCUs. And now they're like, man, looking back on it, because you guys still have a bond. They were like, I don't connect with people that went to college with me. I'm not still, attached to most of the people. But I'm like, not only am I attached to so many people that I went to school with, I am connected with people that was not on the yard when I was on the yard. Toya, you're a 2009 graduate. I'm a 1995 graduate. We were not on the yard at the same time, but people wouldn't know that because of our connection. But it's because of our Marauder love, that Central State University pride, that really connects us and it makes it natural. I remember one of the first times we saw each other in person, there was a person standing there And we were like all happy to see each other because we had only been connected virtually. And they were like, "This is y'all first time meeting." We was like, "Yeah, it's our first time meeting in person." But it's just because we were just so naturally connected because of our Central State University experiences.
Absolutely. Yeah, that just experience and when you think about everything that you just said is just so true. But when you think about we're being alumni of a Central State and just HBCU is a HBCU, but we graduated, I'm going on like 15 years and you graduated even further than past that, but we're still involved. It doesn't stop when you graduate. So that's another message we want to send out. Just because you graduated from an HBCU, it doesn't stop there. After you graduate, what are you doing to give back? I know Angela, she does a ton for HB Central State, and just you automatically feel that HBCU love. And when people ask me that question, like, how are you giving back to HBCUs? Well, this way, and this is a big way, because this film is going to open the doors. It's a movement. Let me just say that. It's a movement. It's going to open the doors for so many more potential students to go to HBCU. And even if they don't choose the HBCUs, they know that they have options and they know their history, because it's a part of Black history, and it's overlooked and it's not talked about as much.
And I think one of the great things about this project, Toy, and I just commend you so much for really just having the drive. So many people have ideas, but they don't implement. You had an idea for the book, and you created a book. You had an idea to make it into an animation, and you're doing it. I think that is so amazing. But the cool thing about it, and one of the fun facts that we actually share in the film, is that 50% of all educators came from HBCUs. I mean, that's huge. And so we know that our educators are already in our classrooms all across the country. So now we're going to be equipping them with tools to have that conversation with their students. Now that, they can pull out the book, they can tune into the film and share it with their classrooms and really have that great conversation about HBCUs at a level that the kids will be able to understand.
Absolutely. I wish that I had, in my 13 years of teaching, I wish that I had a tool like this. I remember, there's a few songs, and I saw like some chants or something on YouTube, but nothing on this level. And and I know so many questions are going to come up once people start seeing this project. And I'm super excited. I'm super excited to get the feedback from everybody for this project. And I know that when you start producing like films and things like that, it starts conversations. It can start debates. It can start like, oh, they had Central State, or they had this HBCU in there, or they had this, Cheney University, that wasn't the first HBCU. It can start all kind of conversations. And guess what we're going to say? Oh, you watch this. So thinking about like what something that we need everybody to see this. So once you see this film, because it will be available, when, Angela, you want to tell them?
So right now, we're having the first premiere. So if you are in Detroit or anywhere in the Detroit area, you need to make sure, we got some links in the chat. You need to make sure that you are at the premiere on Saturday, November 11th from 2 to 4. What's the name of the theater?
It's at Bel Air Luxury Cinema Theater. Monique just dropped the Eventbrite link in the chat, but you definitely need to be there, because this is a special event. First of all, it's a special premiere because this will be the first time that it's being shown to anybody. So this is our baby. This is our baby. Once you see it, like every little detail, everything in there was thought of, but you'll get to meet the cast. There'll be red carpet. You'll get to talk. You'll get to hear from the production team and the cast. And one thing that's creative about this project, when you often hear about like HBCUs, sometimes it's adults telling the story, but this story is told from a kid's perspective and a kid's point of view. They're telling the story. But December 2nd, 2 to 4, Bel Air Luxury Theater, you need to be in attendance. So if you're in Detroit,
November 11th in Detroit.
I'm sorry.
The November 11th in Detroit. November 11th, Detroit at Bel Air Theater. But December 2nd, we will be premiering it at the Central State University from 2 to 4. So, and we are doing that in conjunction with the College of Education, because again, we said there's a strong literacy component to the project as well. So for those of you who are not in Detroit, but you are closer to the Dayton area, whether it's Dayton, Cincinnati, Columbus, Springfield, we want to see you on December 2nd. And we're going to put the Eventbrite out on that coming very shortly. We want to pack out the Detroit premiere first, and then we're going to really pack out the Central State premiere, which will be again on December 2nd. So we are super excited to launch this. So those are the premieres. We're doing red carpet. So yes, it's going to be nice. We're going to be a Q&A. We're going to do a meet the cast. We have some very special guests that are going to be at the Central State premiere. But after that, we will probably be rolling it out to the world come Black History Month. Because again, we want to make sure that it's coming out with the bang. And it will be coming out. We haven't decided on the streaming service, but to be honest, we have a couple of streaming services that are vying and want us to put it on their platform. We're having some more conversations next week, but we will be putting it out in February. So if you're not able to come to Detroit or the Central State, you will definitely be able to view it in February during Black History Month. So we're very excited. Again, we've got a couple of streaming services that we're in communication and negotiations with, so that we can release it to the world. And we are very, very excited for everybody to see this project.
Yes, thank you. As you can see, we've been working. So two premieres.
Oh my gosh. It's not easy task, and everybody was saying like animation is not easy. A lot of people are putting projects out there. A lot of people are doing films, and shout out to all the independent filmmakers that are out there. And a lot of people are putting out projects for adults. And this is really a great time for independent films, and they're putting stuff out there for adults. And I'm so excited that Latoya had the vision to do something for kids, because they don't have enough content that's coming from people that look like them. They don't have enough content that's coming from people that look like them, that are educators like Latoya, that understands the need of our young people right now. Our reading levels, our literacy levels are not where they should be, but she's just putting this film out as a part of a tool to help those literacy numbers, to get kids excited about education, excited about learning, and really being able to achieve and have a goal of attending an HBCU like we did.
Thank you. And I would just say this. So if you're watching this, the thought of me even turning this book into a film, an animation at that, because animation, honestly, I don't know anybody I do know one person who has an animation, but it's not common to have like one of your friends or somebody who you know who have an animation. One, because when you think of that, you almost think that it's impossible. Like you may almost think that like an animation, like I can't do that, but you can. And that goes with whatever it is that you want to do. Like for me, that was a dream that was like big, that I first thought like, oh no, it could be impossible, but it's possible. So as I said earlier, I didn't know how I was going to get this done. I didn't know animation is expensive. It is. I didn't know how I was going to finish paying for this animation. I didn't have the animator, but I didn't let that stop me. So whatever it is that you will, like whatever your dreams are and what you want to do it, don't let it stop you, because all you got to do is stay prayed up, and you know what? It's out of your hands, but you do have to take action. You can't just have an idea or dream big and you just let it sit there. You do have to take action. So
faith without works is dead, for real. Yeah, faith without works is dead. So Toya, like I said, I salute her so much, because she had this dream, she had this goal, and she went into action. She said she didn't know how she was going to do it, but I just felt led when I saw, like I said, she promoted her book. I'm like, how can we assist with her book? Because she is doing her thing. She's a young alum, and I want to be able to assist her. So then when it came time for the film, it was not even a question. Like I said, I slid up in the DMs, like, what you need? You know what I'm saying? She was like, okay, let's do this. We had a couple of virtual meetings, met with the animator, and we put a plan together, and we moved forward. And so I'm excited that we are at this point, that this Saturday we are going to be premiering it to about 250 people, filling up all those 250 seats in Detroit for the premiere. So ticket sales are really going well for Detroit. Make sure you get on that Eventbrite and buy your ticket for the Detroit red carpet premiere of Brown Hands Black Schools HBCUs, written by Latoya Turner.
Yes, and even if you're not in Detroit, you know, this HBCU love, or people in general, we have family, we have friends in Detroit, share with them. And yes, if you can't do that, just even tell somebody, like, you know, there's a book out there titled Brown Hands Black Schools HBCU. So even like supporting the book, even viewing the trailer to get kids excited and pumped up. Like, this is what's coming out. So the trailer is on YouTube. If you go onto YouTube and type in Brown Hands Black Schools HBCUs, that could be a conversation starter itself. So just getting everyone pumped up about it. But I definitely want to see people on November 11th. Share the message, share the word. If you're an HBCU alumni, an important question is, like, how are you giving back to your HBCU? It don't necessarily have to be about money. Are you volunteering your time? Are you educating the youth about HBCUs? What is it that you're doing? Because just because you graduate, it doesn't stop there.
Yeah, you don't stop making memories. I tell people all the time, when you graduate from the HBCU, you don't stop making memories at graduation. You continue and you can continue to create bonds, to make memories, and to get business done. Because Toya and I, we're partners now. We're like, she's my sister for life now. Like, this is something that we will always be able to look back on and be like, wow, we did that. I will be able to look back on it and say, I was a part of something that was so amazing. I was able to work with somebody who had a dream and who had a vision, and I was able to just jump right in and be able to assist. So I'm excited. I'm excited about the project. It's been an honor to work with Toya because she's put in so much work. And again, we didn't know how this was going to work, but we knew once we had our first virtual meeting, we got this. And we had so many ups and downs in the process, but that wasn't going to make us stop. Like, when you went to an HBCU like I did in the 90s, I mean, y'all have plush buildings by the time you came. But when you was there in the 90s and you would wake up some mornings and there weren't no hot water and you figured out just still how to get your butt up and go to class and you just did what you had to do, like those experiences gave me the resilience to say, there's nothing that can stop me. And so I praise God all the time when I'm that cold water in Williamson Hall, like, I still got to go to class. So no matter what happens, I still got to keep pushing forward. And those are like tools and lessons that I learned on the campus of Central State that I'm still using today and that we definitely use on this project, because we had a couple of bumps in the road and we never stopped.
And I just want to give you yes, August. I just want to give you want to come over here, August? Come on. I want to give you your flowers.
Cameo, so I just want y'all to know August does make a cameo in the film. So I just want to put that out.
No, but you know what? Even with, and I haven't said this, but I have my son. He just turned 3. Like, just how cool is that to say your mom is a filmmaker? She has an animation, and just exposing him because I didn't have this experience. Exposing him to this HBCU world at such a young age through an animation and through a children's book and through all of these different experiences. I can't right now. He's still young, but when he realized, hopefully, some kids be like, "You do what now?" Sometimes kids don't get the clue. But when he realized that is so just so dope to me. But Angela, so I just want to give you your flowers because I keep saying it, like, I really needed you on this project because you saw things that I didn't see. You were able to make a lot of these things come to life. You brought your ideas and creativity to this. And when I watch it, it's not like, oh, Brown Hands Black Schools by LaToya Turner. Like, I see so many parts like, oh, that was Angela's idea. Like, you made it, because I had one vision for this project. And it would have been cool. It would have been dope. It would have been all of that. But you just made it so much better. And I remember I used to say, like, as a business owner and like Brown Hands, like, oh, I've been working on this by myself. That's not a flex. Honestly, it's not a flex to work with anything solo by yourself. That is not, because you need other people. You need other ideas. You need people to kind of oversee your thing. I understand, like, Brown Hands is my baby, and I am a little, when something is yours, you're a little bit protective. But I really Angela really stepped in and just really helped. So I see a lot of your ideas and creativities in this project. So when you see like Brown Hands Black Schools by LaToya Turner, like Angela's daughter is in this. Riley is so dope, and it just made, like, the people who have seen it say, like, wow, she's really like dope, like she's great. And that's amazing to see, from just seeing kids telling this story. So what's going to happen after this? At this point, like, you don't know what it holds for the cast. Like, you don't know what doors this may open for the cast who's involved in this film. And I honestly, I see the vision, and it's big. I'm not going to share my vision, but it's really, really it's big.
Right. And I want to say this. I think we kind of told a little bit of a fib because we said it's going to premiere in Detroit, which it is premiering in Detroit. Nobody's seen it before, but I do want to, remind you, Miss Toya, that you are an exhibitor at the White House, HBCU. I mean, that was major. Like, you exhibited, you kind of gave a little sneak peek pieces and parts of the film at the HBCU initiative at the White House in Washington, D.C. Just a couple of months ago. And those people really, they got a glimpse of the project. They loved the project. And so that was the kudos to you because you were there. You were the only small business exhibitor there. But because of your vision with Brown Hills Black Schools, HBCUs, those folks at Washington, D.C. at the White House said, yes, we want her. And they chose you. And so that alone is big. And that was a major feat, a major milestone for the project to be able to be there amongst all those giants within the education and HBCU world.
You know what? Thank you for that. And that was something else too. I remember I saw like the application to apply for this. And I looked at last year exhibitors and they were like NASA, Google. And that didn't stop me. Like I was like, I'm shooting my shot anyway. Like I see all these big exhibitors here and I don't see any small businesses. And guess what? I'm still applying because I don't see, there's no other project like this. So why wouldn't I apply? But honestly, when I did get the email, like, hey, you'll be a great addition, I was a little surprised, but then people was like, why? Like the work that when you put in the work, like this project is dope. But that goes again with like just taking a chance. I saw the exhibitor list from last year. It was no small business on there. And I was like, still, so what? Yeah. I'm shooting my shot. And look, it landed me at the White House.
right. Landed you at the White House, exactly. So I said, I'm excited. Oh, man, nothing but Ned from half court, for real. for real. So, yeah, we are excited about Brown Hills Black Schools, HBCUs. It is a children's book. Hold it up strong. It is available right now on Amazon. The book, if you want to go ahead and get the book, you can get the book. If you are an educator, get the book for your school. If you are over the youth ministry, got your church, for Tots Church, Kid Church, get the book for your church. If you have grandkids, add this to the Christmas list. It should be a stock. It can fit. We can fold up nicely and fit into the stocking for a stocking stuffer. So all kids should have Brown Hills Black Schools, HBCUs, the book. But again, the film is coming near to a place, to a screen near you very soon. Again, if you're in Detroit, you can see it this Saturday. If you are in the Central State, Cincinnati, Columbus, Springfield area, Dayton area, you can see it on December 2nd. Again, the seats are limited for both events. So make sure that you reserve your spot to be able to come out and see it. So we're excited about that. I'm not sure when Monique is going to pop back in. But again, I don't know if anybody has any questions. I can't see questions from the chat right here. But if you do have any questions, please let us know because we're excited to share this project with the world. It's not too often that you have two Black women who have joined forces to put together an animated project specifically for our children. So we are excited to be able to fly that flag and say we are two Black women working together who didn't know each other in college, who knew each other through our love, our alma mater, my work at the Dayton chapter and Toya's work with the Cincinnati chapter. That love and that work ethic kind of bonded us together to be able to do this. And so we are excited to share that project with the world.
Thank you so much. Here come Monique. Now, let's see, because we have questions for you, Monique.
Oh, Lord.
Right. But thank you for letting Central State University take over your show just now. We had to. Thank you.
I let y'all take over and I'm going to get in trouble. I'm like, now what
much appreciated. Seriously, thank you for allowing us to be on your platform. You're doing amazing things. You're a children's book author, and you're supporting others. So I'm going to give you your flowers because you are definitely doing dope things. And before this line, Ian, I think you should share what you got going on as well. And then the question is, though, did we hold it down?
You know what? I said, you know what? I'm just going to sit back. And then you made me kind of like convict in my spirit because you was like, you can't do this alone. I was like, okay, let me just, Central State can win. They can take over today. But you got somebody have been saying hi and congrats. Latoya Coleman. I might say it wrong. Is it Latasha Coleman?
Latasha.
Oh, yeah. That's my sister. She played mom. She played mom in the animation.
Oh, wow. Okay, but she has been lighting up. First, she said, hey, and I was like, they probably can't see that she really speaking to him. But she's been saying, hey, Anthony's been in the background. I wish Anthony was working the tech because then they could see your premiere. But I did put the YouTube link. So if you are following along in the link, if you click on that, then you can see the premiere for this awesome film. But let me tell you, they did highlight Wilberforce. So that 5
Yeah,
seconds
we
of fame.
definitely we did highlight Wilberforce. Absolutely. We bow down to the mother. It's okay. We show love. It don't take away from our shine at all because the light is so bright. It's gonna shine on all of us at the same time. So we good.
So yeah, and I'm working on it. I seriously am, Angie and Latoya. I promise you I'm working on it. Like today, I didn't really like tell a lot of people, but I did make the 100 something. I don't even know what it is. It was so long ago, but I was just excited that they just now published it. 100 fearless women to know. So I guess you're right. I don't really celebrate myself because I'm always celebrating everybody else, but that's how we make it work. That's what we do. So yes, I'm a children's author. I'm an HBCU advocate. I provide platforms because if I'm eating, we all gonna eat. So we all gotta win. So I wish I could be in Detroit, but hey, family that's in Detroit, that's in Inkster, that's in Farmington, no matter where you are, get yourself to see this film. Even if you got like somebody is lighting us up. Even if you have a niece, nephew, like I shared with them before, my nephews think that they are HBCU graduates. Why? Because the seed is planted. So
Yes.
I'm extremely excited. Anything I can do on my end to support, I wish I could just like get myself to Detroit because I really want to go get me some Coney Island, some Plaka Cafe, something, and enjoy the film. So I think she wrote something back. Oh, plant the seed. Yes, you got to. Like Riley, she probably been going to homecoming since she was 2. So you got to plant that seed.
Riley was not 2 at her first homecoming. I want you to stand corrected. Riley was, what is it, from March to October the 3rd. Riley was 7 months at her first homecoming.
Do you have a picture? Do you have a picture from that homecoming?
I do have a picture from that homecoming. Yes, I have a picture. So Toya, actually what I did, I have to share with you. I took a picture from her from that homecoming and a screenshot from the film and put it together like, hey, she was 7 months at her first homecoming.
Yeah, you have to share that. That's awesome.
Yes.
See, I was giving her benefit of the doubt. I'm like, well, maybe 2. But hey, it's okay. See, young.
But and last I'm gonna say, but from this film, when people see this film, they'll want to take that would encourage them to take their kids to homecoming. I know homecoming is for the adults to kick it, but this can be an encouragement to take your child to homecoming. Bring a babysitter though. If you take your kid to homecoming, have the babysitter in the background, so that way you can kick it too.
I'll just say this: Riley came at 7 months and she ain't been since because that's my weekend.
So yeah, if you do bring the kids to homecoming, make sure you got somebody there to take over because you do want to definitely enjoy yourself. But take them to the yard.
Hey, the parade is always people friendly. The parade, the step show, the watching the bands, the game. When I taught in Dayton, I used to take the kids that really didn't like school that much. In Detroit too, I used to take them to homecoming. And they would come back from homecoming like serious about education and everything. Like, hey, Miss Robin, can I get this? So, I mean, use it as that type of tool. You never know what kind of life you might change just by going to a homecoming. So, yeah. Latoya is, I believe you said it's your sister. She is commenting and laughing and engaging in the conversation. So if you are watching this on the replay, we are extremely live today. This is not a recording. So if you have a question, you can put it in the chat today. But thank you, ladies, for being vulnerable enough to go live because y'all know how my glasses work with this thing. Is sometimes decoration, sometimes it worked, but we made it. And I let CSU take over.
I'm sorry.
You're going to keep the live up, right? I mean, I know it's live, but the recording will be up later, right?
Yeah, it's live and you can follow. You can watch it on YouTube. It's on all platforms. Okay, she said, I hope to see more. Awesome sauce. Yes, it's live. Like we're in the moment live and all chats and platforms. You still can go back and watch. But please, please, please get out to the theater. I'm going to have Latoya and Angie share that information again. Go on Eventbrite. I did post the link in the chat. I don't know. Now, did y'all share about the other premiere that's close to Dayton? Because I don't remember.
Yes, we did share about the Central State one. Yes, so November 11th in Detroit, December 2nd at Central State University.
Now
Topic clear, Brown Black Schools, HBCUs, live action and animation.
Oh, I'm jealous.
So social media is Brown Hands Literacy. August, do you want to tell them where to follow mommy? So it's Brown Hands Literacy on all platforms. So I'm always posting, sharing updates of what's happening. If you can't make the Detroit premiere or the Central State, just follow us and Brown Hands Literacy. Check out our website. Ooh. Follow us on social media. Check out our website, which is Brown Hands Literacy. And you will be sure to see updates. Thank you.
Oh, awesome. See, what's his name? August.
But thank you so, much, Monique, for having me. Appreciate you.
No problem. Oh, hi, handsome.
I want to be on TV.
When you like, the film, this is August. This is my son. So you'll see this face in the film too. So another reason to watch it. This is my baby.
He is too handsome.
My
He's already celebrity status. You know, when I grow up, I'm gonna be like both of you ladies. You know, y'all have like
Cleveland, Anthony. I can see the comments now because I went from private chat to comments, so I can see them. And I see Anthony say, "Come to Cleveland."
Come to Cleveland. We could do a whole premiere in Cleveland. We're looking for a sponsor right now. We got a meeting with a possible sponsor. I ain't gonna say too much. We got a meeting with a possible sponsor that does want to take us on a tour with these premieres. So we're gonna see if they want to pop up on Cleveland.
I mean, like we got things down here. Like we have it's a historically Black college, but it's also historically Hispanic serving institution as well, St. Philip's. Now, I think this would be a good thing for Black History Month. Here they do a thing called Dream Week in San Antonio. But I mean, y'all going everywhere. Y'all ain't even tried it. Mo, can we come see y'all? Like, I'm kind of sad. I want to go. You know, have fun. She's like, really?
Man, come kick it. But again, we are, like I said, we are so excited about this film. Excited for people to see it. Detroit is going to be first. I'm jealous because it's coming to Detroit first. We have some great scenes that we shot in Detroit. So the community of Detroit got to come out because you might see yourself. But yeah, we shot some really great scenes in the city of Detroit. Some amazing young people that are part of the project up there. The little hand game that Toya and I did at the top of the show, like they're gonna do it way better than what I did. I'm not gonna say Toya, but they're gonna do it better. So the young people are super excited, and we're excited to include them in this project because it is for them. So what better with a project to include the people that it's for, so young people can see themselves on the screen and get really excited about being a part of something that's so amazing. So yeah, we were happy to include as many young people. You saw August, you're going to see Riley, you're going to see a great group of young people from Detroit and from Cincinnati. So we also had a group from Cincinnati do one of the scenes. So we're excited to let young people be a part of this project.
Awesome. Well, Toya, do you got any parting words? Like, I mean, y'all have officially taken over. I'm not even giving last words today. It's strictly it's y'all world today.
So yeah, we just appreciate the ongoing support with Brown Hands Black Schools. It's definitely a movement. It's definitely was a dream that came true, that's still coming true. I'm still dreaming. The dream is still bigger, but just super thankful and appreciative for the support that we've already been receiving on this project, and just keep it going. Keep spreading the word. Share, like, spread the love.
Yes.
Awesome. With that said, check them out in Detroit, Michigan. Also check them out at the Center. You know, I put the D in front of stuff now. Somebody said, what school you graduated from? I said, I graduated from the Wilberforce University, the first, the finest, the future. You know, I had to go through that. But, you know, today is Central State Day. Now, I don't want no mess, family. You know, 42 shuffle. We bonded. So don't give me no problem.
We bonded, and again, the film celebrates all HBCUs, and so we want to make sure we stress that it's not just about Central State. Alabama A&M is highlighted in the book. Cheney University, Central State University. We have Wilberforce Hounds of Sound that are featured in the film. So we have a lot of schools that are represented in Brown Hands Black Schools, HBCUs. As much as we love our alma mater, We also love other HBCUs, and we wanted to make sure that our students out there that watch this film know that they have over 100 to choose from. Pick one.
Definitely do. And y'all know how I love my school. But Angie didn't tell y'all her sister graduated from Wilberforce. So, the love is real.
So did my husband. My husband is a Wilberforce alum. So hey, yes, there's nothing but love for Central State and Wilberforce in my house. Yes.
Oh Lord. Riley, you got to go to either or. No, I'm just playing.
No, Riley wants to go to FAMU, so go figure. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, how after, but she's like, I've been in Central since I was 7 months old. I need to see something different. I'm like, okay.
I totally understand. And they have an excellent film program there. That's where my bestie, she graduated from there, and she does a lot of it. So, you have seen Extremely Live. We about to head out. And thank you, too, for giving me time on a Tuesday. Look at that. We usually on a Sunday. On a Tuesday, they gave me their time. So, and we got to meet some of the cast. We got to meet, the mystery gentleman. I'm thinking she had a teenager. He came in there like, I said, oh, she got a baby. So, hats off to you holding it down. Doing all the
multitasking. Yeah.
So yes,
Thank you.
So thank y'all again. I will be there in spirit at the premiere, but just tag me in your photos so I can act like I was there, like I did at Homecoming.
We got you.
Awesome.
For inspiration, motivation, and the good news of Jesus Christ. Look no further. The Daily Gospel Network has what you need. With more than 300 ministries from all over the country broadcasting every week, you're sure to get your dose of spirit-filled encouragement from the great programs on the Daily Gospel Network. Catch the Daily Gospel Network on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, all mobile devices, and the internet.
Tune in to A Better Chance for Youth television show with host Monique Robinson on the Daily Gospel Network, the television show dedicated to highlighting incredible students on their quest to change the world. Join us every week as we uplift the youth and help them on their journey to the bright future they deserve. Catch A Better Chance for Youth television show with host Monique Robinson on the Daily Gospel Network. Thanks for watching A Better Chance for Youth